Well, hey everybody, welcome to Live Center Stage, your channel for discovering that it's never too late to improve your health so you can live your passion as you age. And I listen to a lot of podcasts when I'm exercising or when I'm out walking, and we have access now to so much great information about improving our health and about being more active and tips and tricks for improving our life and our longevity. But sometimes it can seem overwhelming. I was listening to a podcast just this morning where the guest was talking about all of these changes to make in your diet, in your exercise, in your sleep habits, and all different kinds of things. And I thought, you know, to try and do all of that, it's pretty overwhelming. So I think a better approach is to just try and do one thing. But before you even decide on what that one thing is going to be, here's what I want you to think about. Can you do that one thing for the rest of your life? Most of us try to make a whole lot of changes at the same time, and we're very motivated at first. This time I'm going to change. And a lot of times what happens is we end up feeling like a failure because we can't keep it up. So what I want you to think about is making small changes that you can keep those promises to yourself. So you start to believe in yourself that you can do this rather than feeling like a failure again. What I'm thinking about is pick something that you think, well, yeah, that's too easy. I could do that forever. But just try it. And it's these little steps. It was little steps that got us out of shape. It was little steps that got us feeling like, I don't feel as good anymore. I'm stiff or I'm sore and I can't do the things. That was all took place over time. Well, now we can take that same approach to improving our health, taking little steps and stacking them. So let me just give you like one example. Maybe you want to try and drink more water. So what about every morning you brush your teeth? What about the night before when you go to bed? Stick a big glass of water next to your toothbrush, and when you get up in the morning, you say, I'm just going to drink that. Now you might say, well, that's pretty easy. How's that going to change my life? It's a start. And if you can do it and continue to do it and build, all of a sudden, maybe you're not as dehydrated anymore, and maybe you don't feel as hungry anymore. That kind of thing, just taking one thing and saying, I can do that. So let me give you another example. Earlier this week, I had mentioned in a video that when I get up in the morning, I sit and I grab a journal and I just take 5 minutes and write down what I'm grateful for. Well, how about when you sit down to have your coffee, you got a few minutes, maybe you're just going to say, okay, today, at some point during the day, I'm going to go for a walk for 5 minutes. Now, in your journal or just while you're sitting there having your coffee, if you say, okay, when am I going to do that? And maybe even write it down. I'm going to do it after supper tonight. The next morning when you're having your coffee, you can look and see, did I do that? If you can check that off, now you start feeling that you can trust yourself, that you can do that. Take one little thing at a time, one small step towards getting healthier. And we're going to build on that. So if you want some more ideas for things to try to get started, I do have some free guides at my website, and I'll leave a link in the description below that you can go there and download them. They're all free, and just check out maybe some ideas that you would like to try to take one small step, because it's never too late to improve your health so you can live your passion.